Brothers and sisters, here we are again. We are back at our learning center. Today's lesson in the Luminaries. And as we begin, we go over what you first see as the sun, and then you can see here is the moon. And then one more time, I want you to look at the sun, and then one more time, I want you to see the moon. Now, I did have to take into consideration, and you do have to, and you as well have to take in consideration that I have picture sources the Smith from the Smith family, Brother Rod Smith, Sister Adrian Smith. I have pictures from Brother Corey Tyler. I have pictures from Brother Ben Judah. I have my own pictures. Um, so yeah, everybody doesn't. We're all not always going to see the sun and the moon come out of the same portals, but I did my best to line these pictures up to where they would be in a close or similar portal. Here we go. So we move into our first piece here, and we're just looking at the pictures. That's all we're doing. We're just looking at pictures today. And as y'all can see here, the sun is uh, over the horizon, and it's I won't say that they're really close, but you can tell they're closer to that the sun, whatever portal it came out of, wherever their location is, whatever their physical locale is closer to the portal than not, as opposed to this picture that I'm about to show you now. Whereas it's still clear, you can clearly see the moon, but you can tell, and it's almost the same angle. So let's just look again, right? It's almost the same angle, only the sun is not as high up as the moon, but it's really in that same area as far as how it's positioned in the sky. How we know this is because the camera's point is facing a certain direction. Right on, we're looking straight at, so the sun is facing straight at you. It's not canted off to the side, and you can say, well, they're centered. It doesn't matter because you can tell. Just like I'm looking at like how I'm able to see these buildings right here. If the moon was positioned at another way, the buildings would be, however that they would be squared, the buildings would look different. Either you would be able to see the other side of the building, but you guys get what I'm saying. The actual physical angle you're at dictates how it looks too. So, and all this is a lesson in understanding that there are portals that they do go through. I'm not going to get into the book of Enoch right now. We're just going to go over this. You see what I'm saying? Now, here we are. This is a picture right here. The sun is kind of high up. This is a really, really nice picture by Brother Rod. And there's another really, really nice one that you guys have already got to see that I should have told y'all that came right from bro. Like, I got some good pictures from everybody, but I got three, maybe four, like excellent pictures where I'm like, I got to make sure that I use those over and over and over again, and just use them at different, like use the same picture just different ways. But anyway, um, as you can see where this is located. Now we got a picture where I'm just trying to show y'all. I took this picture, right, and this is more centered than not. I I uh I cropped the pictures down to size to fit the actual square, but where the moon and the sun was is where I left them at. Does that make sense? So I tried to get pictures that already were similar in their alignment so I could give you the comparison. See, look again. So this is the front of a man's house on top of a tree line, right? Okay, this is in front of a building and it's not on top of a tree line, but you can tell how its position is very similar. So the sun and the moon do follow the same or similar courses. Um, the moon can change her own course if she likes, but as far as I know, as far as I understand, she follows the course of the sun for the most part. This is how she's able to accomplish her days to become full in her light. Anyhow, here we go. Where we at? And same thing with this picture right here. No different. And this is two pictures of the moon. I didn't have another one of the sun that I could really use to really illustrate my point. Now, this picture right here, I didn't really have to blow it up too much. I just condensed it down to size. It's a little bit out the way, but not so far out the way that you guys can't see the point that I'm making. That the moon has different courses. Because look, if it's settled in one spot at one night, imagine what I'm getting at. She's right there in one picture. You can see the clouds on her and everything. Now in this picture, it's a little bit different because it's coming from a parking lot. That light you're seeing below is actually uh, um uh, um how's it called, man? The lights on the street lamp. So that's a street lamp, right? That you guys are seeing at the bottom right hand side of the screen. So you would have to compare how it would actually look. But I just didn't want to put all that into the picture and then take away from the point that I was trying to make about how they're positioned. So the moon positions itself a certain way, obviously, to achieve her light. And she follows after the sun for the most understanding, so that way she can achieve her fullness in her life. Does that make sense? So she can't look like this unless she follows after the sun in a similar course. So where you see the sun at, there's probably somewhere where the moon. If you guys are probably taught, like I was taught as a child, that if you look up in the sky at a certain time of day, you can see Mercury or Jupiter or whatever. That's actually the moon that you can see, and the moon is following the sun. And when the moon is full, she's actually full during the day. When she's not full during the day. And there's points where you can't see her because there is no light in the moon. This is deep now. So we're just going to go back. This is a lesson in the luminaries. Right on. So we all understand this. That is the sun. That is the moon. That is the sun. We have to take into consideration some of these pictures. Once again, I've formatted to fit the particular screen that it has. So it would look differently if I made it smaller and put them all together. But I will do a visual like that for you. But I needed you to understand and see what I'm seeing. Um, the other day, I was talking to Brother Ben Judah, and I'm just about done. Just talking to Brother Ben Judah, and the sun went down here and it came up there. And I keep telling y'all, time and time and time again, you know, it, the earth cannot be what they're telling us it is. For me to be in Washington State and to see the sun leave here, let all the light leave here, and then the light transmit itself to another part of the earth, right? That's all the way in the east. I'm forced to reconsider how the earth is formulated and shaped in totality. I thank you for your time. I appreciate you for understanding and seeing, acknowledging these small things because they do matter. Seeing it is not just believing it. You see? Understand this, brothers and sisters. I need you to see it so that way you do believe it. On this note, I say thank you. I appreciate you for your time. May tomorrow be better than today, and may your next week be better than your last. This is just a beginning uh, to start to unravel the fact that that the moon and the sun are indeed traveling through portals, and the Earth is not a circle. We're done here.